We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. This lesson, we're going to learn We Wish You a Merry Christmas. We have a handful of basic chords, an alternating strum pattern, and we're playing in a 3/4 time signature. This is a perfect arrangement for the advanced beginner. The sections we'll be learning are the main progression and the bridge. You'll see I've got my capo on at the 3rd fret, so make sure you're in tune, and let's get to it. Let's kick things off with the main progression, and be sure to get these chords down before you try singing along at the same time. For our fret hand, we have the C chord, strings 5 and down, F chord, strings 4 and down, D7, strings 4 and down, G, all 6 strings, G7, all 6 strings, E7, all 6 strings as well, and A minor, strings 5 and down. Let's take a look at these chords from over the shoulder. Here's your C chord, 1st, 2nd, and 3rd finger. F chord, 1st finger, 2nd finger, 3rd finger. D7, 1st, 2nd, 3rd. G chord, 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th finger. G7, 1st, 2nd, 3rd finger. E7, 1st finger, 2nd finger. And A minor, 1st finger, 2nd finger, 3rd finger. For the strum hand, we have an alternating strum pattern that goes down, down, up, down, up. It's in a 3/4 time signature, so if we count it out loud, we have 1, 2, and 3, and. Let's strum it out on the G chord. Down, down, up, down, up. 1, 2, and 3, and 1, 2, and 3, and down, down, up, down, up. That pattern is going to be strummed the entire time until you get to the last 2 bars. So for right now, let's just walk through the chord progression. I'll call out the chord name and give it a strum, and I'll talk about some tips to help you have a smooth chord transition. So for the first 6 bars, we have a C. Next bar we have F, D7, then a bar of G, a bar of E7, then the next measure is A minor. So those first 6 bars are going to be strummed with the down, down, up pattern. Let's talk about some transition tips here. When you're heading from C to F, we have a real similar shape formation here. We basically use our 1st finger as a pivot point, and we pull our 2nd and 3rd finger back. There's the F chord. Then we can utilize that 1st finger as well as our 2nd finger to shift to the D7 chord. We pull back, and then we're in that triangle formation. D7 to G, you use your 2nd finger to lead the way. See how it keeps your other fingers in formation so you can land smoothly? G to E7, we pull our 1st and 2nd finger back. We just make a real deliberate beeline into that E7 shape. And then we head over to A minor. It's a real close neighbor. We just hop our fingers over to the next set of strings. A minor is real close by. Let's put those 6 bars together with the strumming pattern. Down, down, up, F, down, up, D7, down, up, G, down, up, E7, down, up, A minor, down, up. Now we're ready to learn the last 2 bars. We have some quarter note strums and a dotted half note strum. So first up, we head to the F chord, and we have 2 quarter note strums. Count 1 and 2. 1, 2. Then the third count is G7. We still have a similar shape there. It's like we're stretching out the F chord there to get to that G7. We have one strum there. So we have 1, 2, 3. The last bar, we have one strum on C, a dotted half note. It rings out for 3 counts. 1, 2, 3. So the last 2 bars, we have F, G7, C. Let's see what it sounds like when we put it all together. 1, 2, 3. C, 2 and 3, and F, 2 and 3, and D7, 2 and 3, and G, 2 and 3, and E7, A minor, F, G7, C, 2, 3. Now we're in the home stretch. We just have to learn the bridge. We have one new chord to learn, the D minor chord, strings 4 and down. Let's take a look at D minor over the shoulder. Here's first finger, second finger, third finger. Strum hand is gonna stay the same. We have the alternating strum pattern, and then the last 2 bars with quarter notes, and then the dotted half note strum. So let's take a look at the progression now. We have 1 bar C, down, down, up, down, up. 1 bar G, D7, G, 1 bar C, 1 bar F. Then we have the last 2 bars. Here's where we throw in the D minor. We have 2 quarter note strums, 1, 2, then 1 strum for G7 on the third count. And then we have the dotted half note strum of C at the very end. 1, 2, 3. So the last 2 bars, we have D minor, G7, C, 2, 3. Now let's talk about some of these chord transitions. When you head from C to G, let your second finger lead the way. See how it helps keep your fingers in place better. For example, if we lead with our first finger, it might cause your fingers to get real off course there. So in general, your second finger helps lead the way for a lot of these chord transitions. Let's take a look at F to D minor. We have to pull back with our third finger there, and then we're pretty much in the D minor shape right there. So there's F, there's our D minor. Then we have to kind of spread things out to get to that G7 chord. So let's try that again. D minor to G7. You gotta shift your second and third finger across all the strings there. So let's see what it sounds like when we put the whole progression together now. 1, 2, and 3, and C, 2, and 3, and G, 2, and 3, and D7, G, 2, and 3, and C, 2, and 3, and F, 2, and 3, and D minor, G7, C, 2, 3. All right, let's play through the song together. We're gonna run through the main progression and then the bridge, and then we'll play it all once more. I'll count you in. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. C, F, D7, G, E7, A minor, F, G7, C. Here's the bridge. C, G, D7, G, C, F, D minor, G7, C. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Good tidings we bring to you and your kin. Good tidings for Christmas and a Happy New Year. The holidays present a great opportunity to progress on the guitar. So take advantage of the fact that you've probably known all these holiday tunes since you were a little kid. And don't be shy to play and sing along with your family and friends. Trust me, I'm pretty sure that your family would love to hear you play this song while you're all gathered around the Christmas tree. Keep at it, and I'll see you next time.